Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-November 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the Bridging the Gap spread. And the way it works is we'll get the past, present, future energies between you and the main love interest. Then we'll pull oracle cards to help with the Bridging the Gap dynamic. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the card to the left as your energy and the card to the right as the other person's. If you feel I could see a way around your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have illusion. So this is the equivalent of the moon in traditional tarot. So I feel like this is saying you weren't quite sure what to think of this person in the past. You might have felt an attraction for them, but maybe you weren't sure whether those feelings were reciprocated, or maybe there was something about them where you weren't necessarily sure if you could trust them or not, right? So it seems like there was just this energy in the past where you couldn't quite get a clear read on this person. Past energy on their side, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is actually a Capricorn energy here. So maybe for some of you, this is your energy on the right, like we mentioned in the beginning, but if not that, could just be saying that, yeah, maybe they did come across with a bit of hot and cold energy themselves, right? Where maybe, yeah, some days they did make it clear that it seemed like they were into you, then other days you're like, oh, it seems like they could take it or leave it, right? So yeah, there definitely could have been some cross signals between the two of you in the past. Present energy on your side, we have the Six of Cups. So this is usually a reconciliatory energy. This is Scorpio energy as well. So seeing this come up in the present could just be saying that, yeah, maybe you very recently reconnect with this person after spending some time apart. And in doing so, you might feel like things are flowing out more smoothly between the two of you now. Present energy on their side, we have the Ten of Cups. So yeah, again, very positive energy coming up on their side now as well. Maybe the two of you connect with animals in some way, right? But if not that, or music, right? We do see he's playing a flute. So yeah, it could just be saying that within this energy of the two of you reconnecting now, you're just feeling a lot more positive toward each other. And you feel like you're seeing each other more clearly now as well. Future energy on your side, we have oppression. So this is the equivalent of the Tower, and to see this come up in the future position, given what we were just talking about, right, where, like we said in the past, it seems like a bit of a bumpy ride. Here we see, in the future, we see the lightning in the background, obviously the stormy, wavy waters back there, right, so could just be saying that there is going to be some tumultuous emotions around the situation in the future, and seeing that makes me think that it could be as simple as, okay, you weren't quite sure what to think of each other in the past. Now we're currently in the Mercury retrograde, right? Now all of a sudden the two of you reconnect, and you're like, okay, actually seems like things are going to go well. But then maybe after that retrograde energy, the post-retrograde energy settles, you might realize, okay, yeah, now I remember why it didn't work out in the past, right? So it seems like if there is a reconciliation coming in here, it just seems a little more likely it might be short-lived, especially given the fact that the future energy we see on their side, same thing. They also have the Tower. So for both of you to get this in the future position, definitely seems like a pretty strong indicator that there's going to be some kind of shift within the connection, and it doesn't appear positive in this regard, given, like we said, the way things look in the past. They look shaky, look great in the present. Then for you both to have the Tower in the future, it at least gives me an impression that for most of you, this is going to be one of those things where the retrograde can make things seem better than they are in the moment. And as time moves on, you might realize, nope, wasn't quite the fit that we were thinking it was going to be. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Queen of Coins. So this is actually Capricorn energy here. So yeah, so if nothing else, this could just be saying that at the very least, you might feel like you have this take it or leave it energy about you, to where, you might still have some interest in them, but even if there is a Tower moment, it seems like you'll be fine in the long run, right? So it could just be one of those things. Or maybe this is saying you have a lot going on for you, and sure, it'd be great if you can make it work with this person, but if it's not going to work, you're fine to leave it behind and call it a day. future energy, bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, so Gemini energy here, and this does make me think of the fact that the next full moon we'll be having will be in Gemini, so could be pointing to that time for some of you. But if not that, either way, it looks like there's an energy of mourning here, right? So I do have to say, given that you both have the Tower energy in the future, given what we see on the bottom of the deck on your side versus theirs, it does seem like the Tower moment actually will hit them harder within the situation. But yeah, that's what I see with that. Looks like they'll go through a bit of a mourning process, but not necessarily know how to fix it, right? So that's what I see with that. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. I'm just going to give this a few shuffles. Alright, and we'll take this card here. And next, we'll do the same thing with the Wisdom of your Oracle. So I'm just going to give this a few shuffles now. Make that a little less messy. And we'll take this card here. Alright, so we'll take a look at the Messages of Love card first. Okay, it says, warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. So yeah, I do have to say, right, it looks like in the past there was already something about it that made you feel like, can I trust this? Yes and no. Again, like we said, in the present, it looks like you're both thinking things are going great. But to see this message come up, and given what we see in the future, right, which is the Tower coming up for both of you in the future, makes sense that we would see this card come up as well. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have Message in a Bottle. There's the artwork. The number is 15. Let's see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended recipient of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. So yeah, I mean, that does sound like a positive, right? And again, I feel like this is really just aligning with what's going on in the present. It seems like things are going well in the present, but between what we see in the main spread going into the future, this card here, right? Again, I feel like the good times do seem to be genuine in the moment, but something seems to shift in the future that will result in a Tower moment for the two of you. So, for those of you where this is your situation, hopefully you got something out of that reading. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.